guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Marion. If you're new, I create beauty, fashion and lifestyle videos here on YouTube. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you consider staying. Today's video is going to be a really casual chit chat makeup video. So if you're interested in watching, then carry on watching and hopefully you'll stick around. Okay, so I realized on my channel I haven't really done any particular videos going into like who I am, what I do, and getting to know me. So I thought I would do it today. I don't know, I just felt like I had the desire to film this video. I've already done my brows, so hopefully they don't look too stark. So I'm gonna just do my makeup and just generally chit chat so you guys can get to know me, who I am, what I'm about, and maybe that will help you kind of understand me a bit better and what my channel is about. And yeah, so to start with, I'm going to use my foundation. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. This is my favorite foundation. You will see in a recent video I actually tried the Shein foundation, but actually I don't know, I've heard so many stories about, you know, that company, and I don't know, I just thought, you know, in terms of makeup, I mean it's clothes, whatever, but makeup, I thought, let me just use quality products. It's my face at the end of the day, it's my skin. So I didn't necessarily have any issues with that makeup, but I'm going back to what I really love, which, you know, I have much more faith in terms of safety of the product and the ingredients used. So yeah, this is the Fenty foundation, and the shade I'm using is 480. And I think Rihanna's makeup line is meant to be, you're supposed to be the same shade for foundation and concealer. I believe that was her strategy, but this foundation is a little bit dark for me and that's my preference. So I think I could have got away with the 470, but I prefer this one. So yeah, so like I said, this video is basically a chit chat video. Get to know me, who I am, what I'm about, and maybe that might make my channel a little bit more interesting to watch, because sometimes when you're watching someone you don't know, it's a bit hard to get invested in their channel. So to start off with, my name is Marion. I am a 30-something-year-old that lives in the UK. My career, my 9-to-5 professional career, I'm a clinical pharmacist, and I have been a pharmacist for a very long time. I graduated over 10 years ago, let's just say that. So I've been doing my career for a long time. I recently, about a year ago, transitioned into working from home, which has been fantastic, has been life-changing, highly recommend. And I really enjoy my job at the moment. So that's in terms of my professional career. If anybody has any pharmacist related questions or queries, or what exactly I do in the pharmacy world, then drop me a message. If you're interested in a video, maybe I will do that. In terms of my family situation, I'm married. I've got 2 small children, both girls, both beautiful little girls. And yeah, I guess that's surface level me. So I'm married, 2 kids, work from home as a pharmacist. And in terms of hobbies, I would say makeup, I don't know if I would call makeup a hobby or just something I enjoy. I really enjoy like feminine things, beauty, skincare, makeup. I think I'm a real girly girl. I don't know if girly girl is the right way to describe me. I'm not really, I think there's different types of girly girls. I'm not really like pink everything, but I do enjoy being a woman. I do enjoy looking after myself, wearing makeup, looking nice. I do enjoy fashion. So yeah, in terms of hobbies, I don't know if I would call makeup a hobby or just something I enjoy doing. At one point I was actually going into being a makeup artist, but I've kind of diverted from that now. I just realized it wasn't the longevity of it, and it just wasn't something that I wanted to do. There was a particular incident that happened that just made me realize, do you know what, maybe not. So I'd still enjoy makeup, but I don't think I'm going down that route anymore. That was a few years ago. I love going out like to nice restaurants. I love going to bars. I love hanging out with my friends, like my girlfriends. I love watching reality TV. Like honestly, I don't know how many shows I watch, and I don't know how I keep up with all the shows I watch. So most of the housewife franchises I watch: Miami, LA. Is it LA or Beverly Hills? So Miami, Beverly Hills, Atlanta, Potomac, Salt Lake City, New Jersey, New York, Lagos. I watch, I used to watch, which one in Australia did I used to watch, but they stopped it? Melbourne. I used to watch Melbourne, they stopped it now. I used to watch Real Housewives of Johannesburg, but I think that's been stopped. Real Housewives of Cheshire, I watched the UK one. So I love reality TV. I love British reality TV. I love Big Brother, Love Island. I'm obsessed with watching Love Island in the summer. I also, on the flip side, love watching documentaries. I love watching crime documentaries. I have no idea why. I think that's quite strange, actually. I love watching Law and Order, SUV. So I'm binge watching that at the moment on Netflix. Any other hobbies? I love traveling. I really love traveling. I love experiencing new countries, new cultures. And I feel like there's so many places in the world I haven't been and I would love to go. I don't think I've been to Asia before. I've been to, I would say Middle East. I've been to Dubai. I've been to Turkey, but I'm not sure you would consider that really as Asia. I think that's like half Europe, half Asia. So I would love to visit like Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong, yeah, like Philippines, Malaysia. There's so many countries I'd love to visit in Asia. South America, I've been to Argentina, but I would love to go to Mexico. I'd love to go to Brazil. So yeah, so that's just a little bit about me. In terms of like YouTube, I've been doing YouTube for, I've had a YouTube channel for a long time. I've dipped in and out of making videos on YouTube. Before I continue with that, I'm using the e.l.f. concealer in the shades, I don't know what shade this is actually. In terms of YouTube, so I've had my channel for a few years, in and out of YouTube, make videos here and there. I've always had this shy thing. I don't know, this, not, I wouldn't call it anxiety. I would say that I'm very camera shy. And I love having, like, I love nice photos, but like even in front of a professional photographer, I do get quite shy. And the same with videos. So I've not really been that as much as I love doing YouTube and I love making videos, I haven't always been as comfortable in the camera. So I would do videos, delete them, abandon my channel for a while, come back. But I would say in the last year, especially on my shorts, like my shorts side of my channel, I have really tried to, I've used shorts as a way to become more comfortable in front of the camera. Let's just say that. So in terms of my YouTube channel, at the moment, it's just like a bit of a passion project, I would say. It's something that helps me kind of, it's something I enjoy doing, and it also helps me, I don't know if the word is relax. I don't know what the word is. It's kind of like something for myself. Like, it's me for me. I'm doing this for myself as a bit of a passion project, something I love doing. Doesn't really involve anyone else. Don't really have any anxiety about people's opinions, because that has stopped me from YouTube before. Years and years ago, when I really first wanted to do YouTube, for years I didn't, because I was like, oh, I'm worried what people will think. If this person finds my channel, what are they going to say? But now I think because I'm older, I really do not care. I don't care about people's opinions. So I guess that's made it a bit easier now to kind of navigate YouTube. And in terms of like people that I care about and people that care about me, obviously I do care about their opinion and their input, but the opinions I'm talking about are like negative opinions. And I have had a few negative opinions on my channel, but I think it's a case of doing things like social media, YouTube, whatever. You're putting yourself out there. You kind of need to develop a thick skin. And so yeah, that's where I am with it at the moment. So my hope for this year is really just to continue doing it for as long as I like it. I'm not doing it for clout or anything like that. So I'm not putting pressure on myself, but it's, yeah, like I said, a bit of a passion project, a bit of a hobby. And if you live in the UK, you know the country is in the bin. So life in the UK, I don't know, I think it's a global thing. Since the pandemic, life has really been difficult for a lot of people all around the world. And I think there is the perception that, you know, Western countries like America, UK, you know, everyone's like doing really well. you know, there's peace in their countries. And to be honest, in terms of peace, yes, it's a peaceful country to live in. Obviously, we're not involved in an active war. But the country's situation in terms of politics and policies and cost of living is just really dire. And things, just when you think things are going to start looking up, they turn back down. Really and truly since the pandemic. So we've had a lot of, everything's become more expensive. Everything has become more difficult. It's like traveling has become difficult. There's taxes here, there's charges to travel here, you have to pay if you have a diesel car, you have like, so YouTube for me is a bit of an escape from reality, because really and truly you wake up in this country, if it's not something on the news upsetting you, it's just something the government have passed as law that's upsetting you, that affects, it's like before in politics you'd hear things like policies changing and a lot of times you'd think, oh, that doesn't apply to me, that doesn't affect me. But now everything affects everyone and everyone is really struggling in their own ways. Also, it's winter, so like just jeez. So yeah, I mean, so YouTube has always been like an escape for me, and I think making videos, it's just like something fun. It's not serious, it's not a job, no one's being harmed. Like my job in itself is my job has a lot of responsibility. So there are jobs out there in the world that, you know, people are responsible for money and people are responsible for projects, and you know, people are accountable to their bosses in terms of money and accountability in terms of the progress of their projects and the companies. Whereas my job, I feel, because it's a health care role and because it's involving medicine, it is quite a big responsibility being a pharmacist, to be honest, because you make a mistake and that really could end someone's life. So you always have to be really careful and really up to date with everything in terms of medication and advice you give to people. And yeah, so YouTube is the opposite of that. I don't really have that much responsibility in terms of, if it goes wrong, what's the worst that can happen? Like, no one subscribes to my channel, no one likes my videos. It's not that deep, do you know what I mean? Whereas in my everyday work, there's consequences of not doing my job properly. But I guess in everybody's job there is, in some respect. So yeah, one of the other things I want to kind of focus on my channel in terms of beauty is making beauty accessible for everyone. So there's always been this perception that, you know, in order to look a certain way, you have to have money for, you know, you have to pay someone to do your hair, pay someone to do your eyelashes, pay someone to do your facials, pay someone to do your nails, pay someone to do, you know. And I think the pandemic really awoken something in me where I don't want to rely on other people, and I've tried to use that time that we had during the pandemic and afterwards to kind of find ways to, you know, especially with this cost of living crisis. Sorry, I didn't mention, this is the Dior lip oil in cherry, which is like my holy grail. So what was I saying? I was saying about, oh yeah, accessibility to beauty. So I would like to, or hopefully be able to show people that you don't necessarily have to rely on other people and pay extortionate prices. This YouTube channel hopefully will be able to, I'm using, sorry, the Revolution loose powder in banana deep is the color. So hopefully my YouTube channel will be a way to show people, it doesn't matter your economic status. I mean, you could go and have your nails done every week, you're going to have your hair done every week, you know, fine. But if we're ever in a pandemic again, be able to rely on yourself to do your own lashes, do your own hair, do your own makeup, do your own nails. And kind of that's another sort of crux of my channel, like I was saying, is showing people. I'm also learning, I'm not an expert. I've said this many times on my channel, when it comes to hair, makeup, whatever, I'm not an expert. I haven't gone to cosmetology school, I haven't gone to a hairdressing school or done like a masterclass on wigs and braids and whatever. I'm just learning. But if I can learn, then anybody can. And to be honest, a lot of my friends have said to me, like, you know, like they have also seen how before, like when we would take things for granted, like I'm just gonna go and do my nails, I'm just gonna do this, you never really thought, is this something I can do for myself? Is this something that I have time to do. And now that, you know, most of my friends are also now mums, and being a parent in itself, your time is really not your time anymore. Your time is not your time, whether it's you're running after your kids or planning this or planning that or making sure you're up to date with what's happening in their schools or birthdays or whatever. You know, I want my channel to be a channel where I can show people that just because you've got children, or just because you might not even have children, but you've got a busy career or you're a busy woman, it doesn't mean you should let yourself go. I mean, some people are carers for their parents or their family members, and that's also in itself a very difficult situation to be in, because you put everyone above yourself. So many of us as women, we're in very selfless roles, and not just women, men as well. You know, and you get to a point sometimes where you think, I've let myself go, or I'm not looking after myself, or I miss the days when I would be carefree. So I don't know if any of that made sense, but hopefully it did. Anyway, next thing I'm going to use is the Huda Beauty Stick Foundation. I remember when I bought this and I reviewed this on my channel, I was not sure about it, and now I cannot live without it. So I use this to contour. I already have very sharp features, so I need to do it a little bit. Also, my ethnicity, obviously I'm black and proud. Let's just put that out there. I'm a very dark-skinned woman, and I'm very, very, very proud to be dark-skinned. I have got no issues or insecurities about being dark-skinned at all. Obviously, when I was younger, the end thing was being light, and obviously that I grew up with a lot of, I don't want to say complexes about being dark-skinned, but I also want, because I know this is still a thing for some people, they feel like dark-skinned, we're like the bottom of the barrel, we're overlooked in terms of beauty, we're not seen as the most attractive, and I feel like that perception is changing in the world. I don't think that's necessarily still the perception of beauty. But for anybody that might still have those insecurities about being a dark-skinned woman, I hope I can show you that you can embrace being dark-skinned, and being dark it doesn't inhibit you in any way. It doesn't make you any less of a woman or any less beautiful or pretty or attractive, which was kind of the narrative when I was younger, not gonna lie. But we're not going to make this a political channel. I'm just saying that to say that's another thing I hope to, you know, if you're dark skinned and you're not sure about foundation to use or how to apply XYZ or how to make things work for you, you're in the right place. But this is the Juvia's Place Chocolates palette. And in terms of eyeshadow, so my eyes, where I've gone around my eyes with concealer and foundation, I'm just going to highlight the smokiness of this. Does that make sense? I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Chocolates palette, and I'm going to use these two colors. Those are my two sort of most used colors, these two, and just a normal fluffy eyeshadow brush. So I'd like my channel to be quite interactive. I'm always open to suggestions, feedback. I keep saying I'm new on YouTube, and even though I've had my channel for maybe a year or so, I am new because, like I said to you earlier in the video, I'm trying to develop that confidence in front of the camera. It's really not easy. People make it seem so easy these days to just sit down and do a video and talk about whatever, however. It's actually not as easy as it looks. People make podcasts look so easy, and honestly I don't know how they do it, but I don't think it's as easy as it looks. I would like this channel to be interactive. I'd like you guys to comment, give me comments, suggestions, even recommendations in terms of makeup, beauty, fashion, lifestyle, advice. I was thinking of doing some advice videos in terms of, you know, obviously I'm in my 30s now, getting older, what I've been through in terms of career, relationships, finances, children. I used to watch those kind of videos when I was younger, and if anyone is interested in my own experiences as a professional in my field, being a pharmacist for the number of years I've been a pharmacist, I've actually been through quite a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I've been through quite a lot. And just pushing myself forward in terms of progression and changing my career path. I've changed my career path. I work from home now, which I didn't do before. I used to work in a community pharmacy. I did that for many years, Now I work in a clinical setting from home, which is an entirely different role altogether, but more enjoyable than that in. So yeah, if anybody cares or is interested in that, also advice on being, like I said, a parent in the UK. Like I said earlier, this country is honestly in the bin. And I honestly pray over my kids' future every single day, because the way things are going at the moment, I don't really know how sustainable the economy will be. You look in the high street, there's no shops left, every shop is closing. And you're talking about big shops. Like when I was growing up, I never ever thought there'd be a day where Debenhams wouldn't exist, where House of Fraser wouldn't exist. I never thought I would see the day where I'd walk into Sports Direct and everything is like Foot Locker prices. I never thought the day Wilko would close. I mean, when Woolworths closed years and years ago, that was like, whoa. Topshop, that's another one. Like I never ever thought of a future without Topshop on the high street. So, you know, in terms of being a parent and navigating, you know, life and anxieties about the future and education opportunities, being a black parent, that's also something in itself. Like I said, I don't want to politicize my channel, but these are actually things that are worth discussing. Being a black professional working parent, I'm happy to discuss those. Yeah, and also going back to my background and my ethnicity, my culture. I'm going to put some powder blush on my face before I discuss that. So I am actually Ugandan originally. That is my home country, but I was born and mostly raised in the UK. I say mostly raised because I did spend a period of my childhood back in Uganda, and I actually went to school there for a good 6 years. So I was partly raised here and I was partly raised in Uganda. So I've seen the best of both worlds and the worst of both worlds. And the worst of both worlds. My husband is Nigerian, so my kids are half Nigerian, half Ugandan. I'm Christian, my husband's Muslim, so that's also another thing. If anybody would like any comments about, I don't know if advice would be, I don't know if I'd be the right person to give advice, because it's not something that I would say has greatly affected my relationship at all. It's been I've had a positive experience, not a negative one. So I don't know if advice would be the right thing. I think it depends on who you marry or who you have a relationship with, and in terms of family expectations, you know, compromising and things like that. Ran out of my setting spray and I haven't purchased it since. I normally use the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, which I love. I don't have any at the moment. Hi guys, I'm just concluding the video. If you liked my video, please comment down below any comments, suggestions or questions. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and I'll catch you in my next video.